Let's talk about a movie from the late 2010s, which is Nightcrawler, written by Dan Gilroy and Tony Gilroy directed it. I think it could be the other way around. If you have not seen Nightcrawler, it's definitely worth checking out. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal being an absolute psychopath in this movie, and he uses the success of certain topics to make himself seem a lot more intense. And it's a great movie. It's a great character study and a person who's willing to go far just to make a certain news story about make it more about what he's actually trying to say. It's a movie that's very violent and very much does not care and does not hold back. And it has a few scenes that genuinely are really unnerving to watch. If you like unnerving psychological thrillers, Nightcrawler is definitely worth checking out. I saw it originally in theaters. I don't know where it's currently playing right now, but let's talk about slasher movies, and one of my personal favorites from the modern era, which is You're Next, a subtextual, very deep, very deep, fun slasher movie, where it subverts the expectations of what you think the slasher movie should be like, because it has one of the best final girls ever of all time. In my eyes, in my genuine opinion of the modern era, this is one of the best final girls. Because what she does is she's very resourceful. She uses tactics from her training as being a survivalist. And one of my favorite scenes of all time involves a blender and a person. And I can't say anything more because, oh my gosh, it is some of the most brutal kills I've seen in a slasher movie. It's really brutal, but it's not as brutal as Terrifier, but that's for another day. But You're Next is awesome, and it's definitely worth checking out. I believe it's on Hulu, I think. I don't know where it is playing right now. But if you love slasher movies, definitely check out Let's talk about a movie from the 1980s. A fun comedy movie called Back to School, starring Rodney Dangerfield. It's a fun, really funny comedy movie about Rodney Dangerfield finding out that his college was not the real college that he went to. It has some really funny moments with Sam Kinison, a bunch of great actors in there, and especially the business scene where he goes to the business class is really one of my favorite scenes. And the full indie scene, that's a really fun scene. And there's a bunch of scenes in this movie that feels like it's really well done and really funny and really over the top at times. But that's the thing with Rodney Dangerfield movies. They're funny, they're dramatic, they're funny comedically over the top. If you want to check this movie out, it's definitely worth checking out. Definitely a really fun comedy movie, and